Greetings, Earthlings. Y'all should know who I am by now. If not, I am Young Gloss. That's my nickname. I also go by Tweety, and that's it. Just a quick rant because I just been thinking about this. The talking stage is stupid. Just stupid. It's one of the dumbest things ever came up. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the talking stage. It is either you are dating or you are not dating. That's just how I feel about it. Because I feel like the talking stage actually leaves a lot of room for uncertainty and a lot of room for people to feel like they can do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Because whether you want to admit it or not, we all put labels on things, regardless. Even the people, like if you think about the LGBTQRSTUV community, they put labels on everything. It used to be lesbian, gay, bi, and trans. Now you got all these other subcategories for people who don't want to be labeled, but they still have a label on because they don't want to be labeled. You know what I mean? And but that's just an example. We'll talk about that another time. I'm cold and this blanket is not cooperating, so that's why I'm doing too much over here. But yeah, it just leaves way too much room for people to, because people define it differently. Some people feel like the talking stage is, okay, so we're pre-dating. We together, but we getting to know each other. And then some people feel like talking is just like, okay, I'm getting to know you, but I'm also getting to know other people too. And I figure out when I want to really be with you. But that's not good for people who especially get attached real quick or they love hard. And people that take relationships seriously. I'm not saying if you do the talking stage you don't take it seriously, but it's a goofy thing. Because let's put it like, okay, so flashback, I used to talk to this dude. Me and him was talking for 4 whole months. Now I'm thinking, you know what? We got to know each other. It take 30 days to get to know somebody. We in like month 3, and I'm like, okay, so what we doing? And the thing is, we was like doing the things that you would do in a relationship. So I'm confused. Like he's not claiming me as his girlfriend, but he's wanting me to do girlfriend things and wanting me to treat him like a boyfriend. And every time I bring up, oh, so what we doing? He's like, oh, we talk. And so that just leaves a lot of room for confusion. We ended up breaking it off. That's another story for another day. But back to my point, it's not a good way to categorize things. I would really the talking stage is really irrelevant. It's really a time waster. People been talking for years. Like as soon as we came up with the talking stage, people have been doing it for years. It is a standstill. It is a buffer on what people are trying to do. To me, it feels like it shows you're not really serious about being in a relationship with somebody. They're just a placeholder until you find somebody that you really do want to be with. And that, to me, is just disrespectful. I don't think the talking stage should exist. I don't think you should have somebody over on one end but really believe that y'all could be something and they're just waiting on you. That's unfair to that person. Make up your mind. Now, my idea of dating, I feel like, okay, you should get to know somebody. You should dating really is just getting to know somebody before you say, like, that is what the talking stage originally was, but you would actually go on a date. You would actually hang out with that person. Like, I feel like if you were serious about getting to know somebody, you're romantically interested in them and they feel the same way, get to know them. Go to the park, go on a picnic, go to dinner. You can go. It don't have to be nothing fancy too. That's the issue. People think a date has to be some fancy restaurant or some just grand gesture. As long as you're with that person and you're getting to know each other and you're enjoying each other's company, that's a date. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what your standards are. Your standards are way too high if you expect that for a first date you getting taken to the fanciest restaurant downtown. You get picked up in the nicest car and he's dropping bands on you. That's not a date. That's a liability. You hurting their pockets. You should be able to compromise on what it is. And then even when you are officially together, when y'all have both made the conscious decision that you want to be together exclusively, then you shouldn't stop dating them. You're still dating that person. You should still do little things for them. You should still do big things for them. Like, it doesn't, and then that's what leads to a relationship. And we'll talk about a relationship another time. But I'm really talking about the talking stage right now. The talking stage is stupid. If you disagree with me, then you disagree with me. But nobody should have to waste their time, because that's what it is. It's a waste of time. You should not feel obligated to stay with somebody that's not sure of what they want to do with you at all. If they're uncertain, then they need to go be uncertain somewhere else and not waste your time, and not, like, because you could be doing a whole lot better things to do. You could find, you could, you get to know somebody, you get to know something new about somebody every day, and that's always gonna happen. You learn something new every day. That's life. But if you've already become comfortable with this person, and you're willing to take it to the next step, and they're not willing to take it to the next step, then you need to either leave it at being friends, or you just need to cut it off completely, because they are wasting your time, they're wasting your energy, they're wasting your emotions, where you can be giving it to somebody who's gonna give it to you the same. That is all I have to say for now. I just got a lot of time on my hands, but I'm actually working on something, so I just have to get that off my chest. I'll see y'all next time.